Greetings, Russ Climby from Tiberius Images, photographer in Grand Rapids here. Greetings, Russ Climby from Tiberius Images here. I'm super excited to share a bunch of ideas with you today. We're in unprecedented times from a business perspective, and everyone that I'm talking to, I'm having similar conversations with. And so I thought I would take just a little bit of time and share a bunch of ideas, just kind of shotgun a whole bunch of ideas and a process with you that we've used to build our service business. And I know right now folks are worried about keeping the doors open and keeping employees on, and are we going to have contracts in June, and are we going to be able to survive to September, and all those different things. And I get it. I totally understand. I mean, in the photo world. I photograph events mainly for a living and headshots. So guess with social distancing, guess what you can't do? You can't host events, and you can't go photograph people's portraits right now. So I'm in a position where I've had almost everything cancel off of my docket over the next 6 weeks or so. And so I just wanted to take some time just to refresh myself and then be able to share a whole bunch of ideas with you. And so about a year ago, I actually did some writing and put a 8-step process together that I shared with a few people. I ended up just never getting around to kind of getting it out into the world. And so that's what I'm trying to utilize this time for today, at least right now, with having extra free time, is to get a bunch of ideas out to you guys. And the title of this PDF that I did was the 8 steps we used to double our service business. And you guys probably can see this. Let's see here if I can go like that. Yeah, so I'm utilizing a screen share right now. So you're seeing the 8 steps we use to double our service business revenue. And so hopefully I can share with you a bunch of ideas that kind of will help you at least think through what you're doing for your business right now. And if you can just take away one idea, I will be so happy. That one idea that will help you kind of come through the doldrums, or maybe the negative trajectory you're on right now, or just maybe not having motivation to go do anything. So this is something I wrote about a year ago, so it's not necessarily up to date, but I'm gonna kind of ad-lib through it or work through it. And if you guys are interested in this, you can always send me a message when you find this, and I can send you the actual PDF. But I'm excited to go through this. So I have a service business: photo, video, social. We do mosaics as well. I put on here that we've helped our business grow to over 100K in the past few years, and we've grown way past that, 200K, 300K, and it's fantastic. We're super blessed, thankful for all the amazing clients we have. I've been doing this 16 years, and so I know what it's like to serve clients. And I guess as I get started, whether you're just getting started or you've been around a while, I want you to know that from a business perspective, in the photo world, there's kind of the foundational framework that I have is a pendulum, and it's one of two things. Either you are an artist and you love photos, right, and you love creativity and you love design, you love everything about the art, and then the other end of the pendulum is production, right, and that is less art, more science, right, more business, more business orientation. And I tell folks all the time, if you're in the art world, if you want to be in the art world, you get to go find yourself a Medici. You get to go find yourself someone who can pay you on an ongoing basis to do what you love to do, right? It's just the way that it is. It's just the way we live in the world. It's always been that way, right? Michelangelo, when he first chiseled the David statue, that was his first big piece that he produced for the city of Florence. Florence gave him the commission to do that, and so he was paid to do that. Eventually, Michelangelo got into a position where he had a studio, and he went and painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and he painted the Sistine Chapel wall. And that was not just him, but it was a whole group of people, and it was a production. It was, yes, art, but it was definitely production. And so some people are on the art side, and if that's the case, you get to go find yourself a Medici or a Pope or something along those lines, or a city to do it. On the other end is where I'm at. I'm in the production business, and in the production business, it's client service, right? It is about serving client needs. And I come at that perspective from my background, which is I grew up in a restaurant family, and I learned early on from my dad, who ran restaurants, that he always told me, Russ, just remember, 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your clients. And that's true. Restaurants want regulars. That's why the world's freaking out right now in terms of restaurants, because regulars can't come in. And that's how restaurants make 80% of their revenue and 80% of their money. And so I'm on the production side, which means I'm here to take care of clients. And so I'm going to walk you through this process of what we've done to build a service business. But I just want you to understand that I'm on the production side. I am less on the art side. I still have art included in my business, but there's definitely more production here. So I'm going to start with this 8-step process, and hopefully it will give you guys tremendous value. So step 1 is about why and where. And so I think a lot of people, myself included, 16 years ago when I started my photo business, it was literally, hey, do you need pictures taken? Great, I'll do it for you. I'll photograph your family, I'll photograph your wedding, I'll photograph your chairs that you need for your business because you need to advertise those. I'll photograph ketchup bottles. I'll photograph your hotel. Like, I photograph anything that someone would pay me for. And when I realized that made me really busy, but not very effective. And so I found 2 books, and I want to recommend them to you guys here, which is Start With Why and StoryBrand. And Start With Why is Simon Sinek. You can Google both these gentlemen's names. It is about why people do what they do, why people buy the products that they buy. And I find it very intriguing. I find it very interesting in terms of why we do what we do, right? And Simon Sinek, if you just go watch an 18-minute video, you will understand the process that he uses to think through how to utilize the language that we're already using, just kind of in a different way, to help connect with the right audience, to connect with the right person you're trying to reach. And then Donald Miller from StoryBrand, the second book on here that I would highly, highly recommend, Building Your Story Brand. I am a true believer of that book. I say that from the last couple of years. Actually, in March of 2018, so 2 years ago now, I had my whole website redone and rewritten and kind of done in the StoryBrand framework, which is what he recommends through that book. And I will tell you that we are up tremendous revenue year over year for the last 2 years, but just traffic-wise, I think we were up almost 50% traffic year over year for the last 2 years, like so 50% last year, and then I think it was almost 75% actually this past year. So it works. And so the reason I'm recommending those is because you can download them on Audible. You can listen to them in the next 2 days, and it will give you a few different ideas on how to think through your business. And I'm telling you, it will help you target and identify who you want to be working with, right? Because I know if you're in business, you say, I want every client. I'll take any client. But in the end, you don't want any client. You want great clients. And that's what we want to help you do, is help with this information, is help you do that. So the next one down here is, let's see. So step 2 is, who have you worked with, right? I'm going to zoom in here, I guess, a little bit. And who have you worked with? And I just go through and I have 3 questions. So I would suggest you grab a piece of paper and a pen and you write down these 3 questions. Who are the last 10 clients that paid you? Write them down. Literally, stop the video right now, write them down. Who are the last 10 clients that put money in your pocket? Because that's different than people that you talk to, okay? And the second question is, after you've written down those 10 clients that have paid you in the last 10 invoices, who are your 10 favorite clients? Who are your 10 best clients, right? It might not even be 10. You could put down 5. That doesn't matter. But who are your 10 best clients? Because those might be different. And then who are 2 future clients that you would love to have? Who are 10 future clients that you would love to have? Because if you put down those 3 questions and you write answers to them, it will give you such insight. Because I know for me, I'll give you an example. I did this exercise, actually went back and did a whole year's worth of looking at invoices, and I found out that I have a buyer persona that is, a certain age, a certain gender, and like 3 or 4 job descriptions, and that's it. Like literally, everyone who paid me money for a year were in these 3 or 4 jobs, and I realized, wow, I have totally messed this up. I have not gone out and thought through, who my target buyer is, right? And then I took my 10 favorite clients. That's easy for me to do. Hopefully, that's easy for you to do. Who are your 10 favorite clients? Who are your 10 best clients, right? Because the goal here, just so you know, is to get 10 more of your best clients, okay? So, and then who are 10 clients that you'd love to have, okay? Those are the 3 questions you want to answer for yourself, all right? So that's this one. Next one. So step 3 is word of mouth, okay? So the one thing I want you to do is, now that you have the 10 clients that you've just paid you invoices, right? It's time to get creative right now with all the coronavirus stuff going on, working from home. Whatever you do, you can probably come up with something creative that can help you make a little bit of money. Go to those 10 clients that already paid you money and offer them additional services in some way, shape, or form. For example, I have a DJ friend who has a bunch of events in the summer, and he's trying to generate more revenue. So he came to me and said, hey, Russ, can I offer your photo services, and we'll share some of the revenue so that I can offer that to the clients that I already have booked for 2020 and 2021. And I said, sure. And we worked out a deal so that he could do that. And so it's just interesting because he's doing this without even thinking about it. But I'm trying to tell you, what, regardless of what you do, this is the idea of cross-selling. Cross-sell your services to people that have already paid you money. And I'm going to guess that out of those 10, there's going to be 2 that say yes to something right now. They're going to do something. They may not buy your $1 million package, but at the end of the day, they're going to do something. And then the next one is woo your 10 best clients. This is my favorite, right? Right now, what can you do that will make your best clients fall in love with you even more, right? Somehow, right? Everyone's at home with kids, if they have kids, or with pets, but we're all in this lockdown mode. So what could you do to woo those 10 clients? Well, I don't know, Russ. Well, come up with something. It's time to be creative, right? Send something in the mail, right? Send something to them via email that would be valuable to them. Do something. And my guess is that out of those 10 clients that are your best already, there's going to be 2 that probably want something that could benefit them and help them right now in this current situation, right? And then when it comes to your 10 best clients and the 10 clients that have paid you, go back to them and ask them, how do I get in touch with these 10 clients? Because these are the people that I want to work with, right? These are the people, so because more than likely, they're going to know somebody who knows somebody, and that you'll be able to get introductions to them. Right now, virtual meetings are the best way, the easiest way to sit down and have a conversation with the decision maker. It's absolutely amazing. Yesterday, I did 4 virtual meetings here, just like this, and we're going to end up doing projects with 3 of them, all remotely here, probably in the next few weeks. And it's not, deals aren't signed, but it was fantastic to be able to offer that to them, to offer stuff to them that we could cross-sell, because we've done stuff in the past. I said, oh, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? That's what you're trying to do with these 30 names that you're putting on a list, okay? And so I really hope that these 3 things will help you when it comes to figuring out who should I be talking to right now. So step 4, social media and your website made simple. Okay, who are you trying to reach? How can you reach them? And where do those people have attention right now? So I'm going to start with the bottom question first. I just want you to know, in case no one's told you, social media is exploding right now. There's so much demand on social. They've never seen it before like this. Like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of them have, and I can tell you based on data that right now our ads that we're running, and which I'll get to in a few minutes here, the ads that we're running have gone down in price by 2/3. So what was costing me $1 is now costing me 33 cents. So for the same $1, I'm now getting 3 clicks compared to 1 click. If you're backing off on this right now, I'll get to this in a second, but the question is, who are you trying to reach, right? Are you trying to reach moms in their 40s with kids at home? Well, they're probably on Instagram. Are you trying to reach 20 somethings? They're probably on Snapchat. Are you trying to reach 55 and older? They're probably on Facebook, right? In case, just so you know, who are you trying to reach, right? And then how can you reach them? I'm a big fan that, you use social media to drive people to your website. My biggest belief is that you don't need to have a great, big, sexy website, but you do need to have a place that they can go land. Because if social media in 90 days or 30 days decides to change the algorithm on how you're reaching people, all of a sudden your ability to talk to the people you want to talk to goes away. And so I'm a big believer in having your own real estate online, which for me is a website. I highly recommend it for you. That doesn't mean you have to have it. For example, there's a company here in Grand Rapids that they sell men's suits. That's all they do. They sell men's suit tailoring company. They don't have a website. They have one Facebook page. That's the only piece of social media they have. So when you Google their name, guess what comes up? Facebook. People go there. They've got hundreds. Actually, I think they have thousands of reviews. They've got all kinds of inventory online on their Facebook page. And that's where they communicate with customers. And so it's a matter of, you don't have to have a website, but I'm a big believer in that. But it's a matter of, having a landing page and giving folks an offer that they can't refuse. And right now, I mean, this is written in a salesy way from a year ago, but just know that right now, people are trying to figure out, can I keep the doors open? Am I going to be able to find toilet paper? Am I going to have enough money for groceries? Can I feed my kids? Are we going to be able to make the mortgage payment? So people are not buying a lot of extra stuff other than groceries to last them a few weeks. So that being said, it's content creation time. It is time for you to go out and create photo and video and just post like crazy so that people can fall in love with you, right? I want you to understand, people need to fall in love with you when it comes to your social media, right? You want them, before they ever talk to you, You want them to fall in love with you. And hopefully that's what this video is doing a little bit of. But just know that you know, you got to figure out where they're at. You got to figure out how you can reach them, right? Again, if you're in the business to business world, LinkedIn is your best friend right now. If you haven't been connecting with people on LinkedIn, everybody's sitting on their computer and on their phone at home waiting for your invitation or your connection to show up in their email. And then go comment on their stuff. Like, just go and build natural, organic connections. And think about it like a campfire, right? Think about it like a campfire in the summer where people are telling stories and there's no phones out, there's no computers, and it's just people telling stories, right? That's what you want to do when it comes to your social channels. So now that you've got, you know, these clients, you're trying to figure out who you want to work with, and then how can you go reach these the audience you're trying to run or trying to meet. The next thing you want to do is figure out how to, sorry, let's go to the next page, is to run a couple of ads. And this is literally, guys, right now, this is it's amazing to me what is possible with ads. So you've got social going, you've got, you know, content going, photo, video, text. Just try something. It's going to be bad in the beginning, I know it, but just remember, done is better than perfect. Okay, done is better than perfect. So just get started. And so I'm a big fan of ads on Facebook and Instagram right now. You can try, you know, Google, you can try LinkedIn, you can try whatever you'd like, but just know that the world of ads is very simple. And so, you know, whether that is, you know, you running an ad just as an awareness, like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm running an awareness ad, basically top of the funnel. I'm not asking people to buy anything. I just want them to be aware of what we do, because right now they're hunkered down. They're thinking about their family, thinking about their kids who are at home from school. They're thinking about, when do I go back to work? You know, am I going to have time to get the taxes done? Do we have enough money to pay the taxes? All those things. But just know that if they see your name, they see your brand over and over and over and over again, that you're thriving, you're providing value, that you're providing content that they can engage with 30 days, 60 days, 90 days from now, when they need what you offer, right? When they need it, they are going to, you will be top of mind. Because my belief in marketing is that when you say something like, hey, hon, where do you want to go to dinner tonight? The ability to market to you is over. It is past. Do you realize that? Because you have to then decide on the spot, what do you want to do? And that comes from what has been done, what has been put into your brain prior to that, right? And so the same thing goes when someone says, oh man, we're gonna need a photographer for our event. We're gonna reschedule. We had it scheduled for April, but we're gonna reschedule it for July. We need a photographer. Who can we hire? Oh, I saw Russ over and over and over again on social. That's the goal. And then with ads, you're able to target audiences. You can target male, female, income levels, locations. I mean, the ability to target. If you have questions on how to do this, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you do that. But just know that the ability to run ads is amazing right now. Right now, I'm running retargeting ads for my website, because anyone who goes to my website, they've already voted with their time once that they like it. So I'm going to show them a second ad. And so that's what we're doing right now. This example here is how you can use a video ad. And so what you can do is you can actually put a video out there, maybe like this, and then people watch it. And what happens is you can run you can run an ad only to people who watch 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 25%, 50% of the video that you're posting. It's amazing, guys. Just know that this is all possible. And so it gives you the ability to do all of these different unique things. We've been using geo-targeting ads, which can target buildings and locations and all that stuff. Obviously, everybody's home right now, so you can't necessarily do that in a metro area because no one's in the office. But you know, this video ad example is a great one. You know, basically, you basically post a video. You then go in and you can then target it on your Facebook business page, running an ad against the people who've engaged with that video. It's pretty powerful. So, so step 6, great customers lead to other great customers if you'll do this. And so I'm a big believer in documenting the things that you're doing. There will always be photo and video people that are underutilized, including myself. I'm not fully utilized all the time. The people I work with are not fully utilized all the time. Document the things you're doing. Obviously, right now, I'm not going out and shooting photos like you see here of headshots and all that type of stuff. But I am documenting what I'm doing on a daily basis a little bit. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, this type of video. This is me documenting my journey right now. Hopefully it's helpful to you. So document the things that are going on in your day-to-day life. You don't have to create, but document what you have going on. And what will happen is you will see that people will respond to the things that you're documenting. My recommendation here is hire a photo video person to come with you. That's where these behind the scenes photos are from, right? If you look up top here, this is me working. taking a photo of one of my clients here in Grand Rapids. So, you know, have this in mind as you start doing things in the future, as business opens up again. Document, right? What are you doing? Show your customers what you're doing, because they will fall in love with you, because they're going to social, guys. They're going to social before they ever talk to you. You know that, right? I know you think they just go to Google, go to your website, hit contact us. They don't. They explore, right? Excuse me. The same way that you're exploring. And so I would highly recommend you do that. So step 7 is having a stair-step price plan. And so for me, I have clients I work with over time and again. And so I want to have a price plan that allows me to keep clients over and over and over again, and helps them get into bigger and bigger products and packages that we offer. The idea that how do you get them from the smaller ladder to the medium ladder to the biggest ladder to the platinum ladder, right? That's what online marketers do. That's what coaches do, right? They go from a first hour to let's do once a week, let's do once a month to once a week to once a day, that type of scenario. And so for me, I just have this example of having a stair-step price plan. Right now, this might not pertain to you necessarily, but I use my example here of, you know, an intro shoot, a 1 hour shoot, a 2 hour shoot, a half day, a full day, and then photo and video, and then annual contracts. You know, I have clients that are repeat clients that I basically go to them and have said, hey, you know, we did 22 hours of photo time for you last year. Let's just package that all together, have one invoice, one contract, and we'll just take payment one time, and then we get to work together all year long, and you'll be able to do that. So that's a little secret into my business world from a photo and video perspective. I highly recommend you do that or look into it. I'd be happy to answer questions if you have that. But right now, with where you're at in business, you've got your 10 best clients, you got the 10 clients you just worked with, and you got your 10 that you want to work with, right? Think about those people, where they're at in this process, right? If your 10 people that paid you are all first-time clients or maybe second-time clients, where do they fall on this scale of, okay, how do I get them to go from a second-time client to a repeat client once a week or once a month or once a quarter, whatever it is for you. And you should definitely think of your products and services in a manner of a ladder, of a stair-step ladder, up and up and up, right? Because eventually, again, 80-20 rule, 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your best clients. How do you help people move up that ladder to become your best clients? That's the biggest question you want to know. So that's step 7. And then step 8 here, let's see, step 8 is over deliver and innovate. Again, we got photo and video here, or photo of hair and makeup as shoot a little while ago. And then over deliver and innovate. And so in my opinion, there's nothing more attractive to other businesses than someone else knowing that you are thinking about their business, right? For me and my clients, I always ask people, you know, how do you get referrals? Or people ask me, Russ, how do you get referrals? And my response is, be a great referral giver. And so if I have clients in my corner that are my 20% best clients, I'm always thinking about, how can I serve them? Who do I know that I could connect them to? Who do I know that we could work together? How can I introduce this person to that person, right? And it's a matter of over delivering. How can you go above and beyond what they expect, so that when it comes to whatever you provide, whether it's photo or video or whatever, that they're never going to want to go somewhere else, right? That's what you're trying to do. And so these 8 steps of that I've shared with you today are how we have built our business to the point where it's, you know, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I want you to know that you can do it as well. So I'll go back here. This is the 8 steps, right? So the why and where. So start with those 2 books, if nothing else, guys. Simon Sinek's Start With Why, and Donald Miller, Building the Story Brand. And then write down your list of who have you worked with, and go communicate with them right now. Do it today. Like, don't wait. Go do it, right? And then how do you build a word-of-mouth strategy, right? Go back to them and cross-sell the people that you just worked with. Try to surprise and delight the people that are your best clients. You know, come in and help them even more than you possibly thought you might be able to in the past, just because everyone is trying to go above and beyond in value. And then ask those 2 groups of people, how do you get in touch with those 10 new clients that you don't work with yet, but you want to? And then social media, guys, help people fall in love with you, and build a simple website, right? I'm a big fan of just landing pages. That's what I run ads to, is I run ads to a specific page over and over and over again, because I want people to be able to know who we are, what we do, and it's not hard to set that up. So, and then again, time for simple ads, you know, on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, wherever you want them to be. But my biggest my biggest belief is right now is the time to come out of the gates hard, in terms of just showing value to people, right? You're not trying to sell them. Everything is awareness right now. I'm not going to be selling clients, photos right now in the next 30 days, but they're going to need them in 90 days, 180 days, a year from now. People will need photo and video again. They're going to need your services again, right? Step 6 is document, because great customers lead to other great customers. If you do this, if you document what you've got going on and be able to talk about it, and that's what you use for step 4. You talk about it over and over and over again, because people are always asking the question, do people like me do things like this, right? So if you're dealing with a marketing person like I do, does this client need this type of work? That's what they're asking. And if I show that type of work, and that's what they need, they're going to hire us over and over and over again, right? And then rethink your pricing, right? Have a stair-step price plan. That's what we do. And we tell clients about it. It's not like it's a hidden thing by any means. And so rethink your pricing right now. How do you help people get onto those top tiers of the ladder, because they're your best 20% of customers? And then over-deliver and innovate, right? And how do you come in right now and over-deliver on what you're offering on a daily basis? I know you might be sitting at home. That's totally okay. It's okay. I'm sitting in my office right now. I can't go out and take photos because we're all in lockdown. But just know that it's a matter of how do you innovate with what you have to offer, right? I'm starting to do a bunch of Zoom meetings. If people have questions about how to do a Zoom meeting and how to do a panel or offer, services that way, I'm happy to do that and just run the back end, because I have a lot of experience with it. So that being said, this is how these 8 things, and I'm happy to send you the PDF so you can, go through it yourself. But these are the 8 things that we did to build our business to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not complicated, right? In the end, just remember, it's actually really simple to be successful, right? It's over-deliver with your client's needs, and then always give more in value than you take in payment, right? Always give more in value than you take in payment, especially right now. The people that do that right now and help folks fall in love with them, and the more you hear thank you, the more you know that you're doing that, the bigger those businesses are going to be in the next 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. I really believe that there are going to be businesses that we talk about, we don't even know right now on Wednesday afternoon. We don't even know about them in late March. And a year from now, they're going to be on everybody's tongue. Everybody's going to be talking about them, because they're doing these things in order to have success, even when it doesn't seem like they should be, or that it makes a whole lot of sense. But I'm telling you, I know they work. I've done this for 16 years. We worked through the recession in 08, 09, 2010, right? This is maybe similar to that, maybe not. It's different. It feels different to me. But I know that this process works, because I haven't really changed it. It's just me finally documenting it and giving it away to you guys. So hopefully this can help somebody. And if you have questions, I'm available to take them, and I would love to hear from you guys. Hopefully this helps. Leave a comment below. We'll talk to you soon.